Hi there, this is Jeff with One Byte Technology. Today we're looking at creating a ticket from a lead that comes in through my website, all the way to processing that ticket and closing it off. So we'll go from the beginning to the end. The integrations and the widgets, they call them, with RepairDesk are pretty awesome. On my website here, built this myself. You can see here I've got two areas that I'm using the RepairDesk widgets. There's the repair check-in, and then there's the sell. I'll show you the sell super quickly. This is for customers to sell me their devices. This is how I get a lot of my products that I use for refurbishing and then selling as inventory. So this section here is the RepairDesk widget. So you set up your manufacturers within RepairDesk. I only do Apple products. So then you enter all your products, and right now I just have iPhones in here. So let's say an iPhone 10. They pick the color. Here in Canada, they're all unlocked. So you pick that, pick the size, and then they select their condition. And these conditions you can edit. So you can edit what it says down here within RepairDesk. Let's say cracked glass. So see the value, and again, these values are set in the back end. So then they select their offer, and once they hit I accept, then I get a lead inside RepairDesk for this information. I can contact the customer to arrange drop-off. So this is awesome because the customer gets an immediate price. They're either going to take it or not, and not waste your time, which I love about that. So for service, all customer requests for repairs and such, I send them to this page to check in. I've input the vast majority of all the services that I offer, and so this is a pretty painless operation now. I've given them how to check their serial number for what the right model is. Lots of customers still don't do that, but that's okay. As long as they give me the serial number, then I can look it up and fix it. So first thing, they select the repair category. So let's look at Mac and PC. Apple, and let's say we've got a 2017 MacBook Air that needs a new battery. So they can choose the problem, and you can notice here if the problem's not listed, they can enter it manually, which is great for anything that I happen to miss here. So we'll choose battery replacement, hit next, mail in or drop off, so I'll say drop off. They now pick the date, and so in the configuration of this module, you can choose to have like actual appointment slots, or for me, I've just set it as a whole day, and then I contact the customer to arrange the final drop-off time. So I'm going to pick today. Okay, so here the customer would enter all their information. And the serial. Include a message. I like this feature. How'd you hear about us? Say referral. And then they hit submit. Oh, what did I forget? Oh, detailed description. Okay. Battery is dying. Submit. Alright, so now they get the information for dropping off at my place. Hours of operation, phone number, email. The customer receives an email confirmation, and then I also receive email confirmation. So, sorry, I had my volume down so we missed it, but when this comes in, a new lead comes in, I get a little jingle on the computer. And so I can hear right away, even if I'm busy working, that a new lead has come in. So here's my lead. Got battery replacement. I can see what they want. I can see the notes that they included down here. Okay, and so now there's two things you can do. You can make an estimate and send it to the customer from here, or usually what I do at this point is I text the customer, arrange the drop off. Once I have it in my hands, I quickly confirm, yeah, this is the battery problem, and convert it to a ticket. Okay, So then you click View Ticket, and now I'm into the ticket. So from here, I print a ticket label. I stick that onto the unit so I don't get it mixed up amongst the hundreds of other MacBooks that I have. And now I can start working. So once you're ready to start working, you set this to in progress. And at this point, the system automatically emails and sends a text message to the customer that their unit is being worked on. So what I have here is the labor and the service details. This battery replacement service I've set in the system at $159, and that includes my labor and the cost of the battery. That's the way that RepairDesk has this set up. I still need to apply the battery to this ticket so that it's removed from my inventory. So that's something that I have to get used to after moving from RepairShopr. In RepairShopr, I just add a line item for labor, and then I'd add the parts. Here, because of this awesome check-in widget, we use services, and then you can also add parts being used as part of that service that doesn't add to the cost, or you can add an inventory item on top of a service. So to show you what I mean here. Up top, these are my service details, and I can add other services like liquid damage as well, and you notice that it bumps up the price here according to what I've added. Here is where you can add inventory items. So let's say the customer said, oh, by the way, I need a new lightning cable for my phone. You can just add a lightning cable as an inventory item as part of this ticket. Or you can add, an upgrade part that doesn't apply to a service. Or, for example, when I'm doing liquid damage repair, I have a flat rate labor for liquid damage repair, and I include everything that could and needs to be done as part of that labor. So my liquid damage labor of $250. If they also need a battery, I wouldn't use this because it's charging labor as part of that price. I would add the battery as an inventory item down here, so it costs the customer less in the end. Okay, so that's inventory items. And then down here, this is ticket items being used. So I'll select my battery replacement service, and then I would search in my battery, MacBook Air. It's much easier if you have the thing in front of you and you can just scan it in. There it is. So then you click Add Item on the right, and it's added this battery to this service. So it's taking, once I hit Save here, it's taken my subtotal of $159 and it subtracts the cost of my battery to show me my estimated profit here. And now I'm out of those batteries, and it knows that. So what I can do down here is click Part Order, and it would create a PO and tie it to this ticket. I'm not going to do that right now because I've got more stuff to order. But that's what you can do with this Part Order button, which is very convenient. Okay, the other thing we can do now, if this was liquid damage repair, you can create an estimate from within the ticket here. And so you have to have your settings set up correctly in order to do this. But in the ticket settings, there is a checkbox that says Create Estimate Against Ticket. So you have to make sure that that's checked. And you also have to make sure that the system's not automatically creating an invoice with your ticket. Because if an invoice is created, you cannot make an estimate. So you have to have those settings correct before this will work. So now I can select my button here on my service and click Create Estimate. And what it has done now in the background is created an estimate for this service and emailed it off to the customer. So if I open up my email on my phone here, bear with me for a second. It might be in my junk. It's going to take a minute to come through. But once I get that in my email and hit approve, I will get the notification here, and this will automatically change to approved. And then I know I can continue with the service. So that workflow is awesome, and I love it. It's automated things. It's not that I don't like talking to my customers, but I don't have to make as many phone calls now. I know when the customer has received a text or an email. It shows me that it's been delivered, not opened, and delivered, opened once that comes through. So that's really handy. So after this is approved, then you finish the work. You do your post-repair condition report. So that means checking over the unit, making sure everything's functional. And then once that's done, then you can set the status to repaired, and it will automatically send the customer again an email and a text that their unit is complete. Then it'll give me a pop-up asking if I want to create the invoice. I say yes, email it off, customer pays, and we're done. So that is my process for capturing a lead from my website, turning that lead into a ticket, creating an estimate from the ticket, getting approval, finishing the work, and so on. So I hope that helps with some of your workflows. I've talked to some other RepairDesk customers that have been using it for years, but it's always how it works. We get too busy to set this stuff up. So if you need some help getting this set up, obviously you can ask RepairDesk support, and otherwise I'm happy to help. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful.